In a world where Africans have lost their roots, it has become of vital importance to document our ways. In an effort to reverse the brainwashing of the past, where we were made to believe our ways are demonic, we are pressed to create dignified and respectful platforms to unpack our spiritual ways.
She's been with me forever, this one.
Oh, really? She's one of the ones you got when you moved to the country.
Ones. Yes. I got that in the belly from Mama Slango.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. She's one of the old ones.
What a blessing.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready, Mama Ashanti. So we are here. Why are we here?
Well, first of all, we say give all honor and praises for those who have been before us, Ashe. All honor and praise for those who are here with us, Ashe. And all honor and praise for those who will come from us, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, bona jambo ma Africa akwaba. We are here at the Institute of Africology, the Pan-African Institute Resource Center. And I am happy to be able to be blessed, be honored, and to be given the task to create an institution for Africa's children. Abantu Anayase Africa. And this institute was given to us by the Nkosi, so we say Siyatogoza Nkosi Tlengwa. And we have been blessed to have the knowledge of knowing that we must go back to Emakaya, back to where it started. The source of the migrations began somewhere. And I felt it was important that this Daimani, this place that we are in, really becomes one of the many Pan-African resource centers that we'll have across Azania, but also across the continent of Alkebulan. So we are really grateful that, you know, we are basing them on the 7 principles of Baba Karenga, who gave us these principles of Umoja, Kujakulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kumba, Imani. And really as helping us to get a sense of where are we as a people, a sense of what are the things that unites us in terms of a collective principle under the Ubuntu banner. So the Institute of Africology was set up for 3 things: to push back and to reinforce the narrative of how Africans teach themselves and teach about themselves. It was also a call to create a space where all Africans can be proud enough to come to say, this belongs to us. And thirdly, to deal with the misrepresentation and the misinformation of our indigenous knowledge systems. And so this is really what it's about. The Institute of Africology is based on the idea that we have become an illogical people, and that this work that we do is 1,000 years of the illogicalness of who we are. And now we need to go back to some form of logic. And in that logic lies the indigenous knowledge systems. The Institute of Africology, and here at the Resource Center, we believe that those who have come before us are signaling to us that the time is now where they also want to come back and guide us. So those who will come after us will not have to struggle like we have done for the last 500 years. And that is the work that we do here. It is a center for children. It is a center for the youth. And we always say, you know, Africa's children are not to be played with. And we feel strongly that once we become obsessed with getting our children to love Africa, to be aware in their minds, because the liberation of the mind is more important than anything else. And if your mind feels free, we know what the song says, everything else will follow. So that's really why you're here at the Institute, to come and, view it, support us. It is not a funded organization by any government department. I need to say that. It is an institution that is funded by African women and men around the world who support that we are able to feed the children, we are able to run our programs, we are able to keep our gardens going. And of course, Mama or Baba who comes here just to give them their time and their wisdom to us, the children of Africa.
One thing that is glaring is your accent. It's not from here. So can you give us a bit of background as in why you came and, why?
So what is glaring is that I am an African. And I am the descendant of those that were stolen from out of West Africa, landed in the plantation of Jamaica, and have now made the return to the land of my ancestors. And so therefore, that is what is glaring.
So how has that been, that transition? I mean, just the voice of the diaspora, and how, because it's been many years you've been here, right?
Yeah, So umam Ngidi, ishatile kwa Ngidi, siyabonga Hlomuga for ihlonipha, for the respect, for the love. I think because I knew that this was a spiritual return, my eyes do not look at this return as, I know everything. And so one of the first things that we have to learn when we return is the humility of being humbled enough to know that we have had 500 years of no knowledge. We have 500 years of remembering, because there are many things where we come from where we remember that others here don't remember. And so the key here in returning is remembering that we have lost so much, that ours is to be humble enough to get the people to want to teach us, to embrace us, so that we can continue the life of being an African in a natural way. So for me, Kim Zanzifel. People have tried to create xenophobic tendencies towards me, but I really can't allow that to happen. Yeah. And I come from the tradition of the great Nana Yaa Ashantewaa, whose name I carry with honor and with grace. So I have no time to be lowered to people's, Afrophobic, xenophobic tendencies. So it's been a beautiful experience being home. Gitlala Emakaya, just 10 minutes from here in the village of Matlongwa. I live amongst the people, and I think we must remember that in this 500 years of dislocation, I always explain that those who were left behind were traumatized because they're trying to find people that they still can't find. And those who were taken are traumatized because they're trying to come back and find people who are not where the place is, by the way, where the land is supposed to be, because it's now called a different place, a different country. So the key for us, I think, as Africans on the continent and Africans extended, is to find each other understanding that none of our traumas was greater than the other. None of our trauma was greater than the other. We both lost. And in that loss, we need to find each other. And that is really my prayer, Sis Ntsiki, that we really find a way to honor this loss. And part of this loss is the rehabilitation spiritually, physically, and mentally. Because we know that Africans in Europe, Africans in the Americas have serious mental illness. We know here on the continent, Africans have serious mental illness, and part of the mental illness is a dislocation and a disconnect. And so this is my gift to the Africans extended and the Africans here. Here you are. Here is your center. This belongs to you. Come and be. You don't have to want to do any, come and be. And so, you know, just acknowledging those who made it to the Caribbean, the ones who I am from, the Maroons. As a child of the Maroon, I always say we never not resisted, right? So the work of the Africans has been constant resistance, constant reaction. Africology says we are not reacting anymore. We're not talking about negative resistance. We're talking about positive narrative that will allow our young people to now take the baton and be proud of what we're doing.
Which is sort of what you're doing now with the boys' camp. So
yes.
Can you give us some...
Yes.
Yes.
So Amadoda Circle is one of the flagship programs at Afrikology. So like any Pan-African institution, we have our 5 flagship programs: Black History Month in February, Africa Liberation Month in May, Amadoda Circle, which happens in July. South Africa has Heritage Month, we honor that. And then we do Umkosiweko Shama, which is known as Kwanzaa. And those are our 5 flagship programs. But now you came when the Amadoda Circle is really about getting boys who otherwise would not have been in an Isibaya setting. You know, boys who are from immigrants, boys who are from African countries, from other places, boys who are, you know, have never been able to see a village, you know, never slept in a village. The chance of Amadoda Circle is really to unite the boys from the different communities here and around KwaZulu-Natal to get a sense and understand some fundamentals about what does it mean to move from being a boy to a man, and to deal with that gap that normally, and because of religion, because of what's going on, they don't really have that. So it's a three-day camp where the boys will be with the elders, and the elders will be telling the boys different things. I don't always know what they're going to discuss, but this year the theme is Peace Begins With Me. And the idea is to give the boys skills, to skill them up to be conflict resilient, to be able to solve conflict within themselves, amongst themselves, but most importantly also to have peace-building skills. Because that is what we need in Africa. We need men who know how to make peace. So that is the aim of these 3 days of the Amadoda Circle.
Thank you so much. And then is there anything else you want to share about the center?
Yes. So when Ntata Koka, may his soul rest in power, my sage and my teacher, said to me, let's build institutions. I really hope that even though we have the cyber settings and the cyber, which is working for us in many ways, but our children need tangible, touchable stuff that they can see so that when they go out into the world, they can also point back to an institution that they know exists, like their other counterparts. A child that leaves Afrikology, when they get to university, they won't be taken to see other people's things. They'll say, but wait, we also have our Afrikology Institute. And that alone creates equality. And so that is really what I'm hoping to do. And my real vision and prayer is to create the Afrikology Pan-African Teachers College, so that we churn out teachers who can actually teach this. So that is the vision. This is the 5th, we are now entering into the 5th year of the center. So I'm really happy that yesterday marked our 5th entrance here in this center. And we are hoping that we can now start doing the real work.
Is the South African government helping?
Well, we don't get funding from government. We've made we have been out there, but when you're a Pan-African Institute, if you understand what you are doing, then you understand that this is not for everybody. So you can't beat yourself up and you can't be saying, look at them. But there are so many wealthy Pan-African business people, wealthy Pan-African, they should be giving to Africology. They should be finding time to say, how much do I give to Africology as my tithe? So why should Africology be going out to beg to people who absolutely are afraid of the concept of Pan-Africanism? Yeah, we're moving. We're entering the 5th year. Let them come and see. And I always say to the people who are supporting, I want children to know that Black people support Black people.
Isn't it wild that the government wouldn't support Pan-Africanism in Africa?
It baffles the mind. It doesn't make me feel like it's unusual, because we've had 1,000 years of bombardment, we've had 1,000 years of invasion, we've had 1,000 years of umsangano. So, you know, the madness has been instilled. So even those who are leaders today, they have accepted those habits of madness, and they've accepted those habits of pretending that there is not work to be done on Pan-Africanism. And I just want to honor once again the great Mazwai for giving us the blueprint of the UNIA and showing us that it can be done. Centralization, organization can be done. And so what we are doing is not something that has not been done, because the blueprint has been left for us. All we have to do is tap into the blueprint and move along.
Thank you so much, Mama Ashantewaa. Thank you so much.
Ntsiki. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that on the beginning of the 5th season of Africology, this is being honored. The road of acceptance in South Africa is one that we constantly have to work on, especially amongst ourselves, Abantu Betu, because you know our children are looking to us for examples. And we have to be clear about this. Maibuye, liberate the mind and affirm Africa's greatness every time.
Hi, my name is Nosipho Mzuleni Ngidi. I'm mom's youngest daughter, and I'm one of the volunteers here at Africology. So welcome to Africology. So to start off, this is mom's office. So this is where all the meetings happen. This is her sacred place, Samoake, right there. So yeah, this is, and we have the 7 principles over here. Umoja, Kuchichakulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kumba, and Imani. So these principles are very important because they are what hold us together as one here at Africology. So if you enter through the gates of Africology, you have to uphold or adhere to these 7 principles.
Beautiful.
Yes. So yeah, this is where all the meetings happen. We just removed some of the stuff for the VIPs. Yes, stationery for Africology. Mom's journey, the pictures of Mom's journey are right over here. And of the women that have inspired us in some way or another, they're right here. Yes.
So what does the Institute do?
Sorry, ma'am?
What does the Institute do?
Okay, Africology is all about helping young people to know who they are, to know their root, to know where they come from in order to determine where they're going in life. So basically, Africology is like Africa's knowledge, whereby the kids, mostly we deal with the kids. So the kids come here every Saturday, or sometimes when we have events, they do come here. So the kids, we ensure that the kids, we teach the kids to read, basically reading, because most of them don't know English. So it's important for them to know the communication language that is used around the world. And also, we also play with the kids because they don't have like places where they can go and be free. So Africology offers that to the kids. And we also have like the nutrition room where they eat, and whenever they're like, we need more, because sometimes in their homes they don't have like a good standard of living, so they don't get the food that they get here. So we're trying to build that that knowledge of like knowing that Africology is here for you. Africology is here to stay. Even now we have the Amadoda camp here today to teach the men. The theme is peace begins with me. As a men. So as men, to teach them, there's a lot going on in this world of today, like the GBV to be specific. So we're teaching these men to be more advanced in terms of like knowing they are the men, but they also should respect the woman. I mean, violence and stuff, so we don't tolerate this here. Even the smoking and the drugs, it's not tolerated here. So we're teaching them so they know in the future that no, they might not learn that at home, but they can learn it here at Africology. Beautiful. So Africology stands for Africology, study of Africa.
Okay. Okay.
So here, it's basically the children's play area, the children's learning area. And over there, we normally have the children's play area. That is the one over there. But unfortunately, this has to be reserved for the sleeping area, for the camping.
Oh,
yes, they're going to be sleeping here.
Okay.
So this is where all the learning happens. You see the drawings of the kids over there, they are art. So, yeah, the 7 principles, you see them once again. Yes, they're over here. So basically, this is where they study, this is where they learn. If they have homework, we help them with it. So we basically, this is their safe space as the kids, because we have separated them, the kids and the youth. We can't mix the kids and the youth. So this is where the kids, the small ones from the age of 3 to like 10. And then from 12 upward, we have the youth room for the youth, peer-to-peer room. And this is like the Sankara kids. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the peer-to-peer room for the youth. Basically, we come as the youth, because I'm still part of the youth. We come as the youth to talk about how can we as the youth change for the better tomorrow, be it our community, be it them studying, be it them coming with new ways to change Africa. So this is where all the peer-to-peer have a talk. And right now, it's still reserved for lunch for the people because, as I said, we have the Amadoda Circle Camp here. So this is their lunch area. They're gonna be eating from here. So,
Hey,
thank you. Okay. As you can see, this is our plantation over there. It's legal. To be sure, it's legal. We gonna be one of the organization from this side. Yes, ma'am. So we are one of the organizations that helping with the development of the medications.
Yes.
Medicine. So
there's no marijuana.
It's not. It's for medication. It's legal, I assure you. So this is our plantation. We have
so nice.
Some people that are helping us throughout this journey, and they've been very productive. And this is it. This is our plantation field of cannabis.
And it's legal, you're saying?
Legal, I assure you on camera, it's legal.
Okay.
It's very legal. Yes, our legal plantation right there.
Who are you when all you were has been diluted by lies and white lines cancelling out all that which has been written of your history? Why do you look at yourself as a mystery? Doesn't the sun shine because you open your eyes? Doesn't the moon stay situated within the same stars your DNA sparkles off? Your spirit knows that surely corner into it off. Buza umoya so you may return to being well off. Because spiritually you are rich, yet your ancestors cry because you are out of reach. But yours is to command all elements while God takes inspiration from the very mirror she looked at to become. Remember who you are and never finish just when they think that with you they are done.